1 o'clock, we got number 22 UTSA traveling to North Texas. UTSA favored by 10.5 on ESPN+. Frank Harris last week went 25 of 36, threw for 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, in their comeback win over UAB in an impressive victory to keep their undefeated season alive. Sincere McCormick had 20 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown, and DeCorian Clark had 6 catches for 104 yards. North Texas this week is playing for bowl eligibility. If you lose this game, you do not go to a bowl game, North Texas. And that would kind of suck for this program. Austin Ain went 6 of 12 last week, threw for 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. DeAndre Torrey had 18 carries for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Roderick Burns had 3 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown. This series is evenly split, 4-4. Both these teams have won 4 games. We have a 1-game win streak for UTSA. Last game did go to UTSA's way, but North Texas has won 4 out of the last 6 games they've played. So UTSA at one point did have a 2-0 series in this lead, and North Texas has won 4 out of the last 6 to make it a 4-4 series. Now UTSA won last year, and it was a 4-3 series in North Texas' favor. Now it's a 4-4 series in UTSA time. But interesting about this game is obviously North Texas is playing for bowl eligibility. UTSA is, if you win, you're in. I think they're already in the Conference USA Championship, but if you win, you have a chance to win that one and end the season undefeated. And it will be kind of interesting. Now, there is some chaos that could happen this week and next week that could set up UTSA to make the playoffs. Now, I don't think it's likely because, again, 5 out of the 9 teams have to be eliminated, but 2 of them will be eliminated this week, which leaves only 7, which means you just need about 4 to lose in their conference championship games, which isn't all that bad. You just need Alabama to lose to Georgia, and then you would need the Big Ten team, whether it's Ohio State or Penn State, Ohio State or Michigan, to lose to Wisconsin or Iowa, and you would have to have the Big 12 team lose to. You would have to have the Big 12 team, Oklahoma State, lose to whoever they play in the Big 12 championship game, and you would also have to have Cincy lose to Houston, which Houston's a very good football team this year. That is also a possible scenario. So again, you need all these things to happen. Obviously, again, a Notre Dame loss this week would also help your chances dramatically, because Notre Dame doesn't have to play in a conference championship. If all of those things happen, except for one, Notre Dame would get in ahead of you because they would only have 1 loss. And again, they really think more of a 1-loss Power 5-ish team than a 0-loss Group 5 team. So it's going to be interesting what happens there. Obviously, UTSA has a path to the playoff, but it's a very slim chance, and you have to hope for a lot of things to go right if you're UTSA. But that's better than no chance at all, in my opinion, for the Roadrunners. I think UTSA is a much better team than North Texas, just in my personal opinion. I would love to watch UTSA actually play instead of just watching highlights. That's how I know all my UTSA stuff, is I just go back and I watch the highlights of those games. But the fact is, I don't normally have the channel. I especially don't have ESPN Plus this week to watch UTSA play football, and it's kind of disappointing. I'm looking forward to watching them in the Conference USA Championship, because I think I actually have that channel, so I will be able to watch UTSA play for really the first time. I think I didn't even watch them play against Illinois, because that was early on in the season. I didn't even really record that game because I didn't think it was going to be a great game. And I didn't think it was going to be necessary moving forward to know what UTSA looked like, but apparently I should have watched that game. I'm disappointed I didn't, but just give me UTSA to win and cover here.